Damn, was he staring at her the whole time while describing her appearance in his head? Yet here he thought that time stopped when people did that. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Cosy Reads. I hope you've all been keeping well. Thank you for joining me on another story in the Regalion universe. In today's story, we'll be continuing the reading of Regalion, as Max meets the girl that kickstarts his new story, as she sets to change everything. So let's see how these two interact with each other for the first time, as they bring up secrets that will play a vital role further into the story. Hey, is anyone sitting here? She asked while already getting her stuff out and taking a seat for herself. Max looked her up and down. He was surprised. Girls don't usually come and talk to him so freely. Not because there is anything wrong with him, but because he's usually content doing his own thing. But here she was, a girl that he could only describe as being one of the most attractive punk rockers he had ever seen. Her hair, or what hair he could discern, was a deep shade of crimson red, which came down the left side of her face. The right side was completely shaved, yet on her it worked so well. She was completely tattooed out from what he could see, and he had to hazard a guess that from the neck down she was full of tattoos. He had a full back tattoo himself, a royal design complete with a crown, an angel wing and a devil wing, and swords finishing off the piece. It was a physical memory of a past life. While Max never concerned himself too much about whether people had tattoos or not, he could still appreciate a good design. Her nose was pierced with a ring that those pigs would have, like a circle through the inside of the nose. He always thought that they looked painful, but people have them, so maybe they're not that bad. Her right eyebrow was also pierced, and when she spoke to him he could see that her tongue was pierced as well. He had been told by a friend something about pierced tongues, but he thought that might not be the best way to start a conversation with this girl. Finally, her clothes consisted of the usual. She had a black leather jacket, a white tee with a picture of some band, and shorts with black tights he thought were gothic lace. She had a blue baseball cap on, so he could not see the whole of her head, and she had high black boots. She was sucking on a lollipop the whole time, and he just sat there thinking, damn, this girl looks like she came off the cover of some advert for edgy clothes. Are you okay? You've been staring at me for the past 10 minutes. Max heard her say, and he immediately snapped out of his trance. Damn, was he staring at her the whole time while describing her appearance in his head? Yet here he thought that time stopped when people did that. Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry about that. I was lost in thought. He managed to utter. Lol. Creep levels to 1000. You're lucky that I'm a girl who knows how to ignore things like that. And I also need to talk to you about something, she said while taking a stick of the finished lollipop out of her mouth and getting another one from her bag. She held out the lollipop as some sort of peace offering. Max took the lollipop, thinking that he did not want to make himself seem any weirder than he already had. So, what did you want to talk to me about? And thanks for the lollipop, he asked her while trying to maintain eye contact. Shouldn't we get to know each other's names first? Mine's Bree, by the way. She held out her hand, expecting a handshake. Max, he reached out and shook her hand. Cool. Alright, so I wanted to ask you about this whole reaping thing, she said with the utmost sincerity, as if she did not just say something that only a few people knew about. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, Max managed to utter. He thought about how it felt so weird hearing her say those words. He was confused, even though she sounded dismissive. When she said it, there was an air of determinism in her voice. No, I know that you're a Reaper. I wanted to ask you what one is, and what it is that you do. And not the usual spiel of, oh, we saved the day and stopped the scary demons. No, what do you actually do? And what is your true end goal? Oh no, he thought. The Reapers are supposed to be a secretive group. People know them as Reapers, but you never truly know the identity of one. They don't have the best of reputations, as people see them as sometimes overly violent to complete a task, and for good reason. There are a few Reapers who believe that completing the job comes first, regardless of the casualties. If people know who you are, then it becomes next to impossible to live a normal life. You see, Reapers are highly trained individuals, sort of like a super soldier thing. They are trained to be at peak physical condition, trained in various forms of martial arts as well as weaponry. Aside from this, they are also trained to have low-key psychic capabilities, being able to block out demons from trying to corrupt them, as well as go into the minds of others and force the demons out. Reapers are usually desensitized to violence, and would rather do whatever needs to be done to complete a job. A lot of them are not very nice people, but it comes with the profession, he thought. Even still, Max tried to not associate with a lot of them, which makes it even more surprising that she knows that he is one. A lot of other people don't even know who he is, so there were only a select few people she could have heard about him from. You want to know about Reapers? I don't know what a Reaper is, so I wouldn't be able to tell you anything about them. What is a Reaper? Maybe I've heard about them in a story or something? He asked, trying to seem as calm and considerate as possible. Hopefully, if he treated her like she was asking him something preposterous, then she would let it go. But no, this girl was persistent. Yeah, look, there's no point in pretending that you don't know what a Reaper is, because I know that you are one. So let's just cut the bullshit and tell me straight. Wow, well she's just a ray of sunshine, Max heard Celeste exclaim, which made him chuckle a bit, but he managed to hold in the laughter. Look, I honestly don't know what a Reaper is, so I think you may have the wrong person. He started packing his stuff into his bag and was getting ready to leave. As he got up, he saw the expression on her face change. Wait, she exclaimed as she pulled out an amulet from her bag. I don't know much about what this is, but I know you know something, so please just help me. I'm sorry if I was a little rude. This girl was serious. The amulet that she had was not something to be messed with. How did someone like her get such an artifact? Fine, he thought. He guessed it couldn't hurt to help her. At least he'll have a chance to examine the amulet, and maybe find out where she got it. Okay, I'll help you, but we can't talk here, Max said, and as he did, he saw her start to put her stuff into her bag. That sounds foreboding and cliche. This girl, she honestly did not know what kind of worm she opened, by not only asking about the Reapers, but also by flashing the amulet as if it was nothing. And that brings chapter 3 of this story to an end. I hope you have all enjoyed this story, and that you are all enjoying these readings. I plan to try and make this a regular thing until I finish reading Regalion, so make sure to stick around if you want to hear the whole story. And as always, if you want to read it for yourself, feel free to check it out on Amazon. I'll put a picture of it here. What do you think of Bree and her seeking out Max? And where do you think their story will go? Bree seems to be a bit intense, but I'm sure her head's in the right place. And with the amulet she has, she cannot afford to burn bridges or cut off potential opportunities. So with that, I hope you have all sufficiently warmed up and that this story has brought you some level of comfort. I wish you safe travels on the journey of life, and feel free to come back again whenever you need a new story to warm your day.